In this particular video, we're going to look at pictures that have been tagged in a certain way and in finding those pictures. Right now, I am looking at the entire catalog in Lightroom, all photographs 2,398. And as you can see, if I quickly scroll up and down, I have a variety of pictures in this particular catalog, including the ones you've seen in other videos. Over on the right hand side in the library mode right now, I have the keyword list panel or section opened up. And you can see I have a ton of tags, and a lot of them have numbers by them, some pretty large numbers. Well, I'm going to scroll down. By the way, they are in alphabetical order. I'm scrolling down to Scandinavia. Took a trip to Scandinavia in 2011. And apparently I took 179 pictures that are in this catalog. So I'm going to click on the right arrow just to the right of the 179. And now I get a grid up here at the top that we'll come back to in a minute. But now if I scroll through all of my pictures, all of these presumably are from that Scandinavia trip. And if you look in the left-hand column, you'll see that Scandinavia 2011 is highlighted. And amongst these, there are 43 different keywords. Those are listed here. Well, let's say that I wanted to see all the pictures that were taken on this trip somewhere from, as we're traveling from Gothenburg to Stockholm. Apparently there are 10 of them. So I'm going to click there. Now, the only pictures I'm seeing are the pictures that were taken between Gothenburg and Stockholm. Most of them out of a bus. Not quite sure why I have so many pictures of, I think that's a roller coaster or a bridge, one of the two. And also, if I look over here on the right-hand side, I can see they were taken at 3 different ISO speeds, 160, 200, and then one some unknown speed, which I'm not quite sure what triggered that. But there are 10 different pictures. Here's the 10 that we're looking at now. Those 10 were shot in 2 different ISOs and one unknown ISO. So if I look at the, let's take a look at the unknown ISO. Interesting, that particular picture doesn't have an ISO embedded in the file, and yet obviously it's most likely that picture right here, just relabeled because of some renaming and things I did, and the ISO did not get embedded in the keywords at that time. So let's go back here and let's figure out something else. Let's say that Norway, on that Scandinavia trip. Of these 179, 32 of them were in Norway. Again, down here, here's all the Norway scenes. And as you can see, there's a variety of ISOs here. Let's take a look and see how the shutter speed looked at. Let's see, shutter speed right here. And 1/200th of a second was taken here. The bulk of them, if there is a bulk, again, we don't know because however this picture got into the catalog, the camera data was not embedded in the file. And there's a reason for that is not really relevant at this point. But these, I have no idea what the shutter speed was. Although if we look at a couple of others here, we may see some pictures that would give us a clue. And what I'm doing here is I'm using keyword, and then in the first column, keyword in the second column, and then using some other attribute over here in the third column. I could use keyword here, and now I got Scandinavia, Norway, and what other kind of keywords might be with us here. Not quite sure who decided this, but let's say that we wanted to see the pictures that were too dark. That makes sense. Most of the picture in these two were too dark, especially this one. And let's see, low quality. Do we have any high quality ones? 32, all were JPEGs. Here's a high quality. 26. Interesting. These same Norway 32, 26 of them were high quality. That doesn't make sense. Because, oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to high quality. Sorry about that. Let's go back to high quality. And this is, remember, is being graded by Photoshop Elements in their auto analysis. Okay, that's high quality. All these are high quality according to the auto analysis. Well, I know for a fact I wouldn't call these two high quality. They can be fixed up, but they aren't high quality. And this one here is blurred except for a very small portion of it. But the point is I can build up my criteria so I can really focus on the pictures I want to work with. Okay, I think that pretty well does it. And by the way, you can also add columns if you want. But for now, we'll just turn off the filter. And now we're looking at all of the pictures that are in the catalog. By the way, we'll just do one more thing. Let's say I want to see all the pictures that I took with my new Sony QX10 camera. There are all the pictures. Look like in this particular catalog, they're all flowers for the most part. As you can see, there's two. One of them was flagged as flowers. The others just stayed at QX10. And let's see if we can do anything about the third column over here. Let's see what the focal length was here. Yeah, various focal lengths on that camera. Here it must have been zoomed in. These are not focal lengths that probably mean anything in a 35mm world. It's just unique to that particular camera settings because it's a very small camera you attach to your iPhone. Is there anything else worthwhile here? Focal length. I wonder if I shot any of these with a flash? Aha! 2 flash states. Did not fire and unknown. Don't know if it fired or not. I can pretty well assure you it didn't fire here. But those 10, the flash did not fire. They're all outside, as you can see, in daylight, so I probably didn't fire the flash. Okay, I think that pretty well gives you some idea of what you can do. What if we were to go over here very quickly? Let's go back over here to the first column. I've got 2 pictures that have been flagged PV in South Bay. Those are the 2 pictures. That's when I forgot the big carrier was at the Constellation, came to San Pedro. And one's in focus and one's high quality. And what else? One is raw. That's the raw image. There you can see it. We just go back and not quite sure what the other one was. Let's see here. Well, that's probably good enough to give you an idea that indeed it's pretty easy to find individual pictures you want. 71 pictures of Sweden. Click there. All these are of Sweden. And if we're going to stay with keywords, here's Skansen Park and Open Air Museum, all in Sweden. Sweden and Skansen Park. Stockholm 25 pictures of Stockholm, which includes that Skansen Park, by the way. And here's another Stockholm to Mora, places we passed along the way. They'll probably have their own tags. Okay, that should do it. I think you get an idea of how you can pretty well quickly play with these. The grid up here, the search grid, and again, I said you can add columns if you want. Notice if I go over here all the way to the end and click on this little symbol, I can add a column or I can remove this column, and I can do that for any of these. Okay, that should pretty well do it.